you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
Don't mute. Hey. Okay.
What was on mute?
So first 5 minutes. Okay. I mean,
Okay.
so I just got words, Zakala. I just got word that
Always check this.
it was on mute. So we just started. So I go back and refresh what we just started. Inshallah. Um, um, Bismillah again. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Um, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illa Allah, Wallahu Akbar, Wallahu Allah, Kul wata, illa billah. Again, that's to say, Allah is free from defects. All praise is due to Allah, and there is none worthy of worship except Allah, and there's no power and strength except in Allah. And again, sorry for the from the earliest again, because that's goes on. Remember, we're human, so again, I apologize if you started and it was on mute still. So now I'm just I'm refreshing what it was said in the beginning. If you had missed it, inshallah. So I greet you with Assalamu alaikum, with the universal greeting. And like I said, our goal is still the same, and it's not to change, which is that our community is still a garden, and our goal is to take care of that garden and the community to help make sure that our fruit, and our vegetables are harvested right, which is the kids and adults and everything in the community. Our goal is to make sure that they're taught right and shown right. Again, like I was sharing, if you want to question why you feel that we're entitled, or we have the job we entitled, we have the job to do this. Well, Allah says the one who is taught the Quran should teach the Quran, and He said that you are the best. You are the best of my people. He said, Surah 3:110, Kuntum kuntum karu yukrija linnas. You are the best rise for mankind. And one of the reasons why we're the best of mankind is because, again, I said that because He has allowed us to stay connected to our moral, excellent nature. Allah has allowed us to stay connected to our moral, excellent nature. And because it's by staying connected to your moral nature, like I said, I shared, you're able to catch little blemish things, things that's off right, that's off track, and you're quick to put it back on track, or you quick to just to correct something you know is wrong. And so, before my son I got the call to put it back on mute, alhamdulillah. I was just sharing a story about when I was just at work that night with this young man that, because he don't know no better, young, immature mind. Second time coming in, and he coming in on 10, want to glorify the gang life, talk about this gang, talk about this cussing and language and everything. And I told him, hold on, we're not going to even entertain that, bro. We're not, and I shared with him because of that stage you're in now, because of where you at now, that's why you have no growth. That's why you continuing to come back here, because you're glorifying the wrong thing. And the remember, words make people, that the Imam has taught us.
Right.
So as words make people, look at your words. They're all negative.
Right.
It's all self-destructive.
Negative and violent.
And because again, I went to correct him, he got all hostile and mad and everything. And man, you doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so okay, that's the problem. Some people ain't doing enough in your life. I don't care. I don't care. I said, well, that's your problem too. Until you start caring and loving yourself, you'll start repeating and coming to this type of environment or to this type of place. And again, yeah. Nah, plus, I mean, I'm doing what I can. Really, I'm not doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there's too many of you kids that's being distracted by the thoughts of Shaitan that's calling you to revert back into this system. I call this, which is feeding the beast, you see. So, but yeah, he went up and called himself mad, went up, but alhamdulillah, you know, I ain't worried about that. But again, it just shows again that it's a whole lot of work that needs to be done to help our younger generation and our so-called adults in generation, because the those that's supposed to be into these individual lives are not stepping up to the plate to do their job to teach the kids. And so again, it's causing these kids to reform back into these lifestyles that they glorify. The role of our spirituality is to have us appreciate the best moral structure, best moral standards of mankind. The role of our spirituality is to help us appreciate the best moral standard of mankind. Because the more the soul is challenged, the more good potential in the soul is brought out. The more your soul is challenged, the more the good potential is brought out. Getting up to pray, biting your tongue, going back into arguing with people, trying to be the first to go get the gun, road rage, all these different challenges for us that we go on a daily basis. And you have the proper alhamdulillah, which is the best example. You remember, if you read Hadith, it tells us when you're going through all this stuff, it tells you don't get mad. Don't get mad. You know, just stand your ground,
Right.
and just relax. And you know, and Allah take advantage of it, take care of it. You know, I didn't get mad when the little youngster got all out of bent out of shape.
Yeah.
He ain't nothing but what maybe 5'2". I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1", 425. You know, he 5'2", maybe 125. I didn't get mad and go grab and choke slam him. I just met him with some rational words to teach him.
Well,
And then when he walked into his room, went to his room, and I went, and I guess because of his lifestyle that he's used to, he used to meeting aggression with aggression, and we had to leave our jumpsuits out. And I went to the door and opened the door to get his jumpsuit from him. He got nervous because it was just me and him. He probably thought, oh man, this guy coming to get me. Yeah, he thought I was, oh man, I gotta fight for my life now. And he just waited till we was out of the camera. Yeah, cause he was, when you're in the area, you're in front of the camera. So you can blow up and talk all this stuff.
Yeah.
Now you back in the corner, out of the way of the camera.
Yeah.
He thought that nah, he got a camera. I'm finna come get you now.
Yeah.
I said, man, let me get you jump in your shoes, man, and go and lay down and rest your mind, man.
Oh yeah.
He thinking I'm coming back. Yeah, he thought it was over with. I got some of that, you know. No, that's what he thought.
Oh.
Because he's used to a hostile environment. He thought I was coming to finish him off. He wasn't used to rational thinking or rational talking, and nobody getting upset and not entertaining that. You know,
yeah.
A lot of young people they ready to fight with their hands. They don't know how to fight with their minds.
Right.
That's why he said, alhamdulillah, that's why Allah said, I'm gonna allow you to have this job because you know how to fight with your mind. You know, and I know how to change certain reverse psychology a lot on the kids, especially when it's dealing with words, due to the thanks of Imam Morty, because again, may Allah forgive him his sins and grant him paradise. Because when the Imam taught us just to go into words and dig into the words, man, it again, like I say, you can and read and stuff, you cannot be offended. And that's why I share with them. You can't offend me because I understand words make you, and words is direction.
Right.
You know. So I don't get offended with that. So once you understand that the soul is challenging, and the more potential is more potential in the soul that you bring out. The more your soul is challenged, the more potential is that you connect to with yourself, and you understand yourself. You know, and as I reflect after I was reading it, I seen that to where I'm at to now, how I connected to certain potentials inside of me that I didn't know exist. But again, as you go in everyday life and how you're going to be challenged with belief, you'll see how things is going to strip you. Just having patience, just having a will, just having a goal, you know, and the more we dig inside ourselves, we will find the strength, and we will when you find that strength, you can stare at difficulties that you're going through and not feel afraid, not feel inferior. You know what I'm saying? You can stand into these difficulties and say, hey, I'm gonna look at this and I'm gonna handle this, and I'm gonna stand on my own 10 toes and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know, because again, I've been taught since day one. Like, you've been blessed since day one. That's the thing that we have to start sharing with our young Muslim brothers and sisters. You're the ones that's born in this deen and that's learning this deen. You've been taught since day one to, you know what I'm saying, to stand on your own 10 toes through difficulties. You have the Quran. You have the Quran, and the Quran is going to help, you know. And Christianity say the covenant of the blood, you know, this Quran is going to be your covenant. This Quran is going to be your help you to be your salvation, to save y'all and save us too, as we continue to study and grow from the cradle to the grave, inshallah. But we got to continue to dig into ourselves. We got to continue to accept the challenges of everyday challenges, and not be afraid, and let them everyday challenges take us away from who Allah has designed us and want us to be. So because Allah has put everything that we need in this earth.
Yeah.
Allah has put everything that man needs in this earth and the earthly body. You got the things, the external and internal. Allah has provided everything that the human being needs, that the man needs. So the tools and the resources is not that far. To reach the stages of the human potential. It's not therefore to reach the stages of the human potential, realized by Allah's full establishment of all 7 stages. See, everything Imam has taught everything in the Quran. Everything is built on 7, a lot of 7 stages and everything. You know, man, and so this man, which is the 7th stage that we've been having taught, the highest represents our intellect, right?
Yeah.
Our intellect. But more nature, again, is what stabilizes and balances man.
More nature.
You can be smart. You can be very educated. You can have a doctrine. You can have a PhD, a master's, a bachelor's, a social degree. You can have all this stuff.
Yeah.
Remember I said a doctrine. But you ain't seen on the news, you got sick doctors, huh?
Right.
You have sick masters, huh?
Yeah.
So again, there goes again this entitlement of all this, what the world goes on, your entitlements. They're always stuck on your entitlements. But again, they forget that it's your moral nature which stabilizes you and balances you. And because again, that's of the first 6 stages. Your moral nature's in. That you establish in your moral nature.
Very important.
Because when the Prophet Muhammad, I remember before he got the Quran, everything that he was going on was his morals. Man, I ain't going to hang around there. They running around the Kaaba all undressed, having promiscuous sex, doing all types of drinking and all the drugs. Yeah, it had to be some type of drink. We don't know what it was. Probably opium. I don't know, maybe so. But it was something that was going on that his morals nature did not allow him or wanted to accept to be around that surrounding. It was certain morals inside of me coming up that I seen in my childhood household, that I seen how my father acted. That I didn't want to continue, or I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to smoke. You know, I didn't want to stay all night until it was something. But it looked entertaining.
Yeah.
But your morals, my morals, I couldn't accept that. You know, I didn't want to entertain that.
I treated your brother.
Yeah. So now after you got the moral, remember now, Prophet Muhammad, now you got the book. Now you're taught to read, right? Because now your morals and everything, your foundation is morals. So now when you get now you start educating yourself. Now the reading and the intellect now your intellect is gonna be right. Your intelligence is gonna be right. Since your moral has been the foundation that's been stabilized you so much in the beginning, now you're balanced. Not everything is right. If your morals wasn't right in the beginning, and you got these high clarities of what establishments that you ain't gonna be right. I I've been at big dinners
Mm-hmm.
where they're acknowledging this individual, acknowledging individuals of um, being such man of the year,
Mm-hmm.
all this here, giving them all this paper and platforms and all this stuff. Then later on in the years, until here it is now, you find this individual is a rapist, a serial rapist.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
And these individuals, each type of individuals that's ride and glide through our community and through our community and our neighborhoods. And if we're not being careful, these are the ones that's now just getting a hold of our kids, reteaching this cycle, this sicknesses. You see what I'm saying? Because all the kids are not, they're not in the position or honoring sometime to be saved at an early age. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes, they have to go through the fire or whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's sad, but they call it casualties of war. But the ones that you can reach and the ones that you can grab a hold of, alhamdulillah, inshallah, I hope that we do and we can do the best we can to try to teach these kids and help these kids, to help them develop in a proper manner, mature manner, and the proper mature manner to help themselves. Because remember the first 6 stages of development again, it's more excellent. But again, that comes in why it's so important for us to have a father, a mother, a big brother, a sister, a neighbor. But these ones that's present in our lives, hope and ensure that they have good standards. It's good to have a good father, a good mother with good morals, because again, they can help us cultivate and reform our kids and our adults, and help us from biting at every hook that's in our face, without question if it's beneficial to our mind and our soul. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, it's right now. It was a lot of hooks back in the days, but right now, dude, like we talked about Friday, the email came, the brother came to get a good about AI, through artificial intelligence, and now that these young men, women, and kids that have these phones, you have thousands of hooks, thousands of different baits now that your kids can if they're not understanding, is gonna bite on, and whatever they get hooked on is gonna draw them away from their purpose, and it's gonna draw them away from their potential. And it's gonna draw them away from their morals or their potential if they don't understand. If nobody's teaching them, this artificial intelligence again is going to draw them away from their true greatness, what they was established and designed to be in this world.
Yeah.
Again, that's why a stable father, a stable mother, a stable big brother, big sister, a stable community activist, a stable neighborhood is very important now.
Yeah.
It's very important now what we need to help these kids because again, I gotta go to work. Father gotta go to work. So if father go to work and the mama not established or stabilized, okay, that's gonna be a downfall. Oh, okay, if mom and dad gotta go to work and big brother not or big sister not, or if it's a single kid and the neighborhood's not, now the kid's stinking out in the neighborhood. He's biting on something. He's gonna be chewing on something, some type of desire.
Yeah.
And if it's not the right thing again, it's not gonna benefit his mind, or it's not gonna benefit his soul. We seek refuge, remember, from the one who whispers into the hearts and the minds of the men and the jinn. What do we whisper? He whispering thoughts.
Yeah.
He's trying to turn the key in your, but he's trying to get it started, right? You turn the key on to start something, huh?
Yeah. That's good though. Bad. Bad.
So it's very important.
Yeah.
It's village. We're strong in numbers, man. We're strong in numbers. And we have to do this work in a collective to help ourselves, to save ourselves, and to help our generation. This is not it's an individual race, but it's not an individual race. Because sometimes your brother, your sister will get tired, and you got to reach back and help pull your brother along.
Right.
That's why it's important to check on your brothers and your sisters and make sure they're all right. You know.
Right. That's right.
Without the moral nature, you may create hell for yourselves and hell for others. You may end up bringing your life down. I know people who have gone to school, achieved degrees, and just a little thing, a little thing trouble them, and they fall down. Couldn't stand up anymore. Became habitual. It say drunks, etc. But you can be habitual to anything. D-Mem said in his book on reading.
Mm-hmm.
You know people with degrees.
Yeah.
And a little thing that could bother him caused him to fail. And they couldn't get up. She don't want me no more.
Oh.
I need another hit. That's why I know. My son get tired of me hearing and I mess with him all the time. But the only thing I'm trying to do is prepare him for the next stage.
Okay.
In life as you go to college. So in high school I got a little bit more hands on. You understand? I got hands on,
Mm-hmm.
and right now while you're here close. But once you off from college,
Right.
that's when it's gonna get more challenging.
Yeah.
It's gonna get more challenging. And the devil like, yeah, you free now. You away from school. That's what Shaitan telling all the Muslim little brothers and sisters that have been off to college now. You're away from mama now. You're away from daddy now.
Yep.
Don't worry about getting up from Salat. Let's go party a little bit. Let me show you what living is. He says it caused them to fall and they couldn't stand up anymore because of habitual drunks. And it might not always talk about physical drunk. You can become drunken over a certain type of lifestyle, you know, and it causes you to come off balance. They lose their respect for their own lives. They lose their respect from their own lives. That can happen. But if the moral life is saved, if the moral life is saved, then everything else will be saved.
Right.
Your moral life is saved. Your intelligence is saved. And you are saved for your profession. Then you are saved for your profession, for your work in this world now.
Yeah.
If your moral life is saved,
Life.
then your intelligence is saved, then your profession can be saved, whatever you're trying to be now. Now your world can be saved.
Right.
But you have to work and stand on moral standards and moral behaviors.
Right. Right.
That's your foundation. That's your true foundation. It's your moral excellence.
Lord way. Lord way.
Again,
Heavenly love.
man, I just pray again that I was able to allow Allah to use me as a vehicle today
Moral life.
to help plant some seeds, to help try to help cultivate some young mind, some spirit that's out there that maybe that needed to be dropped on today.
Right.
And I pray that Allah allow me to do that today again, to remind us believers our purpose again is to do this work, to continue to cultivate, to continue to reform our kids, our adults, our communities, our neighborhoods, and again in a more collective, and let's do this work together, not alone. Stop letting one or two people drag this wagon by it. So let's just come in together and continue to put this work in together. Inshallah. As I end with a dua, I pray that Allah accept our service, for that He is the all-hearer and the all-knower. I pray that Allah give us the best in this world and best in the hereafter, and save us from the tortures of the fire. I pray the Lord will watch over all our friends and our family and all our Muslims all over the world, and continue to watch over our sick brothers and sisters that was not able to be here physically, or able to watch, but continue to watch and take care of us, Lord. Remember the powers and the strength is within you. Amen.
Amen.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.